Welcome in, Piccolos and Let's, Kings and Queens, friends and fiends. It's time for the JCW Lunacy Review. Whoop whoop. Alrighty, so let's start with the beginning of the show. We got some really homophobic and embarrassing written heels. The Southern Sucks is what I'm going to call them. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but if you've seen it, yeah. There was talks about massaging another man's glutes. And this seems to be a trend for JCW and Violent J's writing. You need to work on that, Violent J. You need to make your heels more compelling and a little less, oh, they're gay, so they're bad guys. And you should not like them. Anyway, they get their asses kicked by James Storm and the Chocolate Juggalo, Willie Mack. Yeah, they make quick work of them, pretty much, and kick their asses. And cool thing, at the last ICP concert I was at, I was actually not too far away from James Storm at the end when they were throwing all the Fago. He was one of the guys just on stage throwing the Fago, and I was pretty close to the stage, so that way I was pretty close to James Storm, which was pretty cool. He didn't look at me or say anything to me, even though I yelled out, James Storm! But, you know, I don't think he wanted to be James Storm in that moment. I think he just wanted to be one of the guys throwing the Fago. But anyway, that's my little nerd moment. And then, let's see, what was next? Looks like that match lasted longer than I remember, actually. But then, yeah, it was the St. Clair Monster Society versus the team of Cocaine and Club Soda. Yeah, just both teams absolutely silly in this one. The St. Clair Monster Corporation, I could see each individual guy. You know, you got the tribal guy, you got Painful Paul, and you got Mr. Happy. I feel like they could all be great on their own if you writ them well and did something with them, you know. But I feel like together they're just a jumbled mess, so they don't really fit together. And together you can only do what you're doing with them, which is not very great. I feel like the heels in JCW are just not impressive at all. They're just stereotypes of what juggalos don't like. Oh, that's a rich person. Oh, that's a redneck. Oh, that's a, you know, kind of thing, which I guess would be cool back in the day. But I feel like for a weekly show on YouTube, you gotta make your villains and your characters just a little bit more compelling, man. Write a little bit better. Jade, you need to hire some writers, dude. And then we got Big Alice Crowley, defending her title against guy that was the Easter Bunny last year, Maj Pit Matt or something. I don't remember his name, but he came out dressed as a woman this time. And again, it's just some more, doesn't really look good, phobias kind of thing. Basically like, haha, a man's wearing a woman's clothing. Isn't that so funny? I don't know. Guys, I feel like you don't have to be queer to see that it's kind of shallow and um, basic 14-year-old kind of humor, I guess. Not really compelling there. But Alice Crawley is good as always. And then we also have the French guy that paints. I forget his name. He comes out and he's like, "I'm gonna paint in the middle of the ring, and you're just gonna watch it." And of course, that's stupid. So Vampiro comes out and talks some shit, beats him up, and this whole show is done on Juggalo Island, by the way. Got my toes in the sand, watching hoes play volleyball. It's summertime, and I'm feeling jolly. All food on the fire, boats in the water, and taking time off from my cereal. Sorry, I had to do that for Juggalo Island. Anyway, yeah, it was pretty cool. There's people wearing like tropical shirts and whatnot the whole time. And then we have our main event. Which is Hollywood Haley J and Luscious Lawrence versus Too Tough Tony and Amazing Maria. So this is a storyline where Hollywood Haley her mom is Amazing Maria, and she's basically beefing with her mom. And before the match starts, the promo with Luscious Lawrence, he's talking a whole bunch of crap about her mom, calling her bitch and everything. And she doesn't really like that, and obviously she's good. Oh shit. Alright, so we got the tag team match with Too Tough Tony and Magnificent Maria, or whatever her name is. And then you got Hollywood Haley and what's his name? Luscious Lucas or whatever. I'm sorry, man. I'll get better at remembering these names. But yeah, there's some fireworks going off during this match, and honestly, there might be the most impressive thing about this match. It's pretty slow going and unimpressive for the most part, except for the end. There was a meteorite punch, I think, at the end. And then we had Luscious Lucas, or whatever his name was, started beating on Haley's mom, and Haley had enough of that, and so she turned face and quickly put an end to the storyline that, as far as I know, has only been 2 weeks in the making. It ended on a good message of family coming together. Like, families shouldn't be broken apart by shitty people. And that's a good message for the Juggalos and for anybody else. But hopefully we're going to get better shows here in the next coming months. So, here's for hoping for better JCW TV and better writing. We'll see what happens. That has been my very first JCW Lunacy review. Tune in next week for another one. My next album review is going to be on Inner City Potsy's Basement Cuts. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for all the love and support you've shown the Juggalo Muppet videos. My original intention was to have him in these reviews, but with the green screen that I like to use, he's not showing up very well. So, yeah. Get some thanks to everybody who's liked his videos. Social Gamer, Real Old School Kurt, Fresh Sands, Peyton Vale, all you guys. Much Wicked Clown love. Whoop whoop.